So we weren't allowed to post any video from Jason Brown um, using Centennial Ice Rink, where I skated all along my childhood years and my adult years, and right here in our town. And then Raheen Ward, his choreographer. Raheen has won Choreographer of the Year. Jason is known for his artistry. For those of you who don't know a lot about skating, he's considered one of the best artists of all times as a skater. He's never landed, I don't think, a clean quadruple jump in competition. He didn't even try one in the Olympics. And I think he still came in sixth place. So he gets so many points the way it is scored for the excellence of what he does do. And the steps, the footwork, are unrivaled. I mean, no one can do this except for Raheen. Raheen is an extremely talented skater and choreographer. And we had the opportunity, I'm sure the rink donated the ice to them, and they were working on show programs because he'll be doing Stars on Ice, which I'm going to, thanks to the Peronis family. Thank you. But they were working on some programs, and we got to go in a little bit early because my mom, needed a little more time to get seated. And they had probably been on the ice for like 3 hours or something because he trains in Canada. So they would have to, put together these programs pretty quickly. They've worked together for years. So it's it's so fun to watch them work together because it's like one knows what the other one is thinking. And I remember there was like one leap, like kind of a minor thing in the whole scheme, but Raheen, like in the beginning, taught him that, and he didn't like the way Jason was doing it, and he was correcting it until the very end of the session. I mean, the detail involved in his programs is incredible. When people are doing crossovers around the rink into jumps, it's so boring, and it's not even easy to do great crossovers. You have to work at getting great crossovers, but Jason does the most complicated steps between everything he does. It was a total privilege. We got to sit in on a half an hour of their practice, which to me was better than watching a show program because you were watching like brilliant minds and this brilliant artistic skater. He's going to retire, but he'll be in shows, I hope, for a while because he has gifted the skating world with his artistry. And Raheen has a lot to do with that. He's been a huge influence. So it was so amazing. And people came. I don't think he anticipated at all how many people were going to come for a half an hour on a Sunday sunny afternoon when it's warm and people are like sick of COVID and everything. The place was packed. I mean, they opened the doors for that half an hour, and people who know about skating and know about how amazing he is just flooded the stands. And I mean, it was just packed. There were hundreds of people there for a half an hour to get to watch a practice session. He'd do some of his footwork sequence. And when we first came in, and he kind of acknowledged the crowd, just kind of like looked up and I noticed you're there. We gave him this roaring applause, and he looked like so embarrassed because I don't think he had any idea, first of all, how many people would show for a practice, right? These were obviously, I mean, I'm sure every coach in the area was like telling their students, you have to go see this. This is like art in the making, and this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to see them just think, and that's why they weren't allowing us to like post videos, because this is like secret stuff going on of making up his routines. So we just were with the plot. I don't think he had any idea. I saw his parents. I saw lots of coaches I knew. And it was just, I have a picture there of, those were just some of the kids that were there. Okay. That's a lot of people who would sacrifice like their afternoon for a half an hour chance at coming to watch someone practice. Like not for the not Nathan Chen doing 6 quads, but practice skating. And it was something I'll never forget. It was just wonderful. So, those of you in the skating world or who know Jason's skating, if you don't know Jason's skating, his most epic skate ever was called River. You could look it up, Riverdance, Jason Brown, 2014 Nationals, and you will find something very special there. So I encourage you to check it out if you're not familiar with it. It's something that if you know nothing about skating, you don't care about skating, it's so fantastic. It doesn't even matter. It's one of the viral videos that that will just go on forever. So, yeah, it was a really wonderful experience to get to see them work, and yeah. So check out some of Jason's programs. He is 4 Stars on Ice. If anyone's interested, he's doing, a piece that's more like, I'm sorry, I can't remember the music, but he was working on that before, and then everyone seems to love his Sinnerman short program from the Olympics. So they've taken out some of more technical things so that he can do more of his thing, which is skate and do turns and crazy leaps and all these things. And so, yes, he will be doing that in Stars on Ice. So anyway, quite an experience, and yeah, it was terrific. So what an opportunity.